Hello and welcome to Great Escapes with me, Izzy Suttie.
Me, the legendary Dan Skinner.
Dan and I travelling around to various places in southwest England and Wales, some of which we know a bit because we've been gigging comics for decades and we've gigged all around the country. But some of which we don't know very well at all.
No, do you know what's interesting about this is that every place that I've been to so far, I look at the place and go, I've not been here, and I've been everywhere. So we really are going off the beaten track.
We are. And then sometimes if I have been there, I think, I had a horrible gig here. Then I go and have a really nice time. And I think, I've now atoned for my memory of this place.
You've balanced it up.
This week we're heading to Pembrokeshire, known for its wild coastline, friendly locals, and, as I discovered, one particularly slobbery rhino.
I have spent time in Pembrokeshire before, but it was some time ago. When you go back there, you think, "Oh my God, this place is gorgeous." And we went in October when it was sort of cloudy, but the coastline is sort of wild and rugged, and the locals are very friendly, as I discovered.
It is a really, really gorgeous place, and it is a place that I know quite well. So I was interested to see your reaction because my other half is from very near there in Carmarthen, so I have spent time in Pembrokeshire. I should also mention, I don't know if have you ever been to Tenby?
Yes, I have. I have been to Tenby
for a gig.
No, it wasn't for a gig. It was for when I was at university. They did this comedy module, so you would learn how to do stand-up comedy. And
were you ill for that term?
Yeah, I didn't like it, unfortunately. And the guy that was running it had a little farmhouse down in Tenby, and everyone on that course, he took everyone down there, and we all got drunk and did our first stand-up in front of everyone in his farmhouse in Tenby. And then went swam in the sea.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It was really cool.
So you've actually swum in that sea before?
I've been in that sea, yeah.
That is so brilliant. There's a tiny bookshop in Tenby. It's called Covey on Books, and it's run by this guy called Albie. But basically, it's a man's living room full of towering, tottering piles of books, and only really 2 or 3 people can go in at a time, and there's like a pathway through them, and if you want something that's kind of more than 3 books down from top of the pile, you have to sort of hold on to it. And he knows where everything is. It's amazing. I mean, to some people it's a nightmare because they're if you're tidy, he's kind of going to go, "Oh, I can't take this." But he's amazing. He knows where all the books are. He's got brilliant books in there.
Is he?
And it's slightly tidier than our living room, so it was like a home from home for me. It was really, really brilliant, and it's by the beach.
Excellent. So if you're down there,
yeah, next series we've got to interview that guy.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. So kicking off, I went wild swimming in a place called Folly Farm in St David's in Pembrokeshire, and it's basically a farm come very nice campsite. It's like something out of Wuthering Heights or Dracula. All this jagged rock comes out into the sea, and it's grey skies up ahead, and it's very, very atmospheric, and it's beautiful. It's an absolutely beautiful place, and it's windswept, and the wind, you can feel the wind sort of just buzzing in off the sea, and it's a very, very dramatic place to go wild swimming for the first time. I met Sian Richardson from the Bluetits Chill Swimmers. She was really cool.
So the way it works with the Bluetits, we have groups all around the world, and there are volunteers who run those groups, and anybody on that group can post a swim. So somebody could say 10 o'clock Portcelly Beach on Tuesday. It might just be me that turns up, the person who's posted it, or 20 people might turn up. Yeah. So there could be another swim at 11 o'clock.
An invite. Basically.
Yeah, it's an invite. It's just it's almost a statement of saying, I am going swimming at da-di-da, join me. So there could be 10 swims in one day on the same beach, because it's just different people slotting in when they can swim. Yeah. So that's how it works anywhere. So you can go anywhere. You can join a Bluetit group, any Bluetit group, wherever you are, and you can see where they're swimming, and you can swim. And then you can leave the group if you want. It's up to you. So we call that Tits on Tour.
So the name would suggest that it's a female swimming group.
No, it started off, I was training for something else in 2014, for an ice mile, which hadn't been done.
Which is?
Well, it's to swim a mile in under 5 degree water. With only a swimsuit on. And so I'd done lots of all these triathlons and things, and then body was a bit broken. Somebody said, oh, you should try winter swimming. But in 2014, it wasn't really a massive thing, winter swimming. I know people like my mother would have said, I've been doing this all my life, there's nothing special in this. I know that. But as a kind of a national thing then, not here, you know, in Denmark, in the Netherlands, yes, they've done it, but not really in the UK. It was kind of like the interesting people who went in the winter months, you know, and we still have a bathing season here, which is May to October. And you see it now on social media, bathing season has ended. So boys come in, you know, and all of this kind of stuff. We now get excited because now the bathing season has ended. It's like, here we go. This is when
you take over.
Yeah, it starts to get a bit juicy now. Swimming in the open in the winter in the summer is beautiful, of course it is. But there's this whole added thing that's coming now, which is, it's a challenge, yes, and we've done it over the years. So we've become very in tune with ourselves, not to sound kind of wishy-washy here, but we kind of know what happens to our hands at a certain temperature. We kind of know when we need to get out. We can pretty much 99% of the time guess what the temperature is when we go in. And it's really powerful, you know, it's that wonderful feeling.
It's a connection, isn't it?
That, yeah, we know. And so we're going quite deep, quite quickly, I think, aren't we here? We're going quite deep.
Good. It's all good
It's not an all-female one.
Yes. So
but is it like you do it for the challenge getting in the water, or you do it for the physical benefits, or is it a combination of everything?
It is a combination, but I think you start off thinking it's about the challenge of getting in. Actually, the community, because we have a saying, what's said in the water stays in the water, because all sorts come out.
I bet.
Like really deep stuff, really funny stuff. You know, if your partner, your work or anything is driving you insane, it comes out in that water. And half of us, we're menopausal anyway, the women's side of it, and we don't remember anything that's said anyway, do you know what I mean? But it's just, I do it for now, yes, challenge, but I go off on my own and do my challenge training. But the community is just, you know, the hugs, the cake, the coffee, it's just
shared experience.
It's incredible. Yeah.
There never was that intention, so it was me training for the Ice Mile. Came back one day, my husband said, you should call yourself something because you're really, really happy, and this is when, you know, you've got people who join you and your tits are blue when you come back. So.
What other tips you've got for me for about when I'm standing on the beach, you know, my head's going nuts?
Or can I not be frank on this?
Be frank,
or you're
be
just going to cut me out if I'm frank?
No,
anyway?
the franker
my
the
frankness
better.
is you need to shut the up and get in the water.
Yeah, I thought so.
But that's cutting out all the
Yeah. So you just don't think about it?
There is a man thing that happens. I know I'm being sexist here, but there's a man thing that happens. But they are very concerned about what happens
down
here.
There, yeah.
Men all think that this is going to shrink.
Well, it might, who cares?
So they will bring that to our attention. They will say, oh, don't know what's going to happen to the old boy. Hey. So we all look at you, Willie, because you brought our attention to you, Willie. Yeah. There is that moment, which is all the physical moment, when you start to go in the water, the adrenaline starts. Even now, it doesn't matter how long you've been doing it. Will I be okay today? Will I make a fool of myself? Will I do this? Why am I doing this? I don't know why I'm here. It's raining, it's disgusting. So your brain is starting to worry, you know, it's starting to get excited, it's worrying, whatever.
Well, mine was worrying on the way here.
Yeah. So your adrenaline has already started rising.
Yeah.
So then, as soon as we get our kit off, you start thinking, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this.
And then walking,
you know, why do I do this job? It's ridiculous. And then you get into the water and there's that moment of survival where your brain thinks, what on earth is he doing to me? All systems go, let's get that blood going to the heart and blood. And so as soon as you go in, for a few seconds, your brain is completely emptied and you do forget everything.
Yeah.
Just for that moment.
Yeah.
And then
I look forward to that.
Yeah, I'm sure. I've really bigged this up, haven't I? Yeah. Come on then, let's go.
Right, let's do it.
Okay, kit off.
I've got no clothes on the beach. Right. Oh yeah, this is. So I probably will scream a bit.
Oh, good.
We're in the water. We're in the water now.
Okay.
We're in the shallows, and it's it's cold, man.
Got everything.
It's cold, Jesus. In the rocks. It's cold on the legs. cold on the thighs. It's hitting my waist. I might just have to get this over with. Get in. Take your breath. Takes your breath away. It takes your breath away. I can't think of anything. I can barely talk. It's quite exhilarating. It's October and I'm in the sea. You are in the sea.
Not interested. We only talk about it.
That is something. That is really something. And now, of course, I feel like I'm out of the sea now, walking back onto the beach. And I feel like I'm really warm, despite it being cold and windy. It took about 2 minutes for me to get acclimatized, probably isn't the right word, but just okay with being in there. And then your muscles and your skin feel like they're burning, which they do now. And then you're used to it, and then you're like, oh my God, I'm in the sea in the winter. It's really cool. It's great about how the guys come and do this every day, knowing what they have to get past to get that feeling is quite something. It's quite something. I can see why people wouldn't want to do it, but it suits me. It's cool. I definitely, there's like, to get that feeling I have now would be like an hour and a half in the gym, you know, that like really pushing your body, and you get that in 2 minutes being in there.
If this was a Bluetits swim, we would sit around, the coffee would come out, the cakes would come out, we sit and talk absolute for up to an hour, and you'll hear people say, gosh, isn't the sea a wonderful colour? Or, can you hear that? And we're going, no, I can't hear that. Yes, you can, that thing in the distance. Everything is heightened, and suddenly the world, for a moment, only a moment, seems like a better place.
I don't really think that you were ill for the stand-up element. I think you're a very good comic, Dan.
Best to clarify that.
Yeah. Just to clarify, I really respect you and think that you're very talented.
Thanks, otherwise I wouldn't have slept at night.
Yeah. Oh my God, is he?
You didn't think I'm very good. What's going on?
I thought you coped really well with being so cold. You're very kind of calm. Yeah, I did it.
Well, I did. I mean, the thing is, though, all the credit has to go to Sian, because she taught me through the exact process my brain would go through, like walking down to the sea, like getting on the shoreline, going out into the water with no clothes on in October is a mental thing that you have to get over. And it's all right doing it once, like I did, but getting back and doing it again and again and again, your brain will find a million reasons to tell you why you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
You know? But if you can overcome it, it's a great feeling.
How long did the feeling last? Did you, like in the afternoon, did you still have...
All day.
Really?
Yeah, all day you felt like, I feel really good. Really good. Really good.
Well done. I can't... Look, I'm not going to claim to have been as brave as you, because I think I would have found it hard. Yeah. Good. I was hoping that you wouldn't.
Good, you weren't. In fact, you were supposed to do this and you didn't want to do it. So I had to do it. So let's have it right.
Yeah, I was originally down for wild swimming.
Yes, you were. And you said, no, I'm not doing that. Okay.
I said, Dan, will you do that one?
I said, yes, I'll do that one, yes.
But you never know. If people have a phobia of giraffes or rhinos, then I guess I was very brave. So I went to Folly Farm, which is a place that I've been to before, I think twice or three times with the Welsh side of the family. But yeah, it all started with the giraffes.
And their tongues.
Yep.
So we've got Rian's the bigger boy, and Shrimp is a slightly paler, slightly smaller one with a floppy left ear.
Okay.
So it's nice he's actually paying attention and interested, because he's quite often the one that stands back and just sort of stares at you. So we can reward that. We've got some variety of things to feed out. Level 1 is just branches. So you
So there are
become
3
the tree.
levels.
Yes, there are 3 levels.
To graduate to level 3. So what do I do? Just hold it out?
Just literally
Oh my
try and hold
God,
on
okay.
with all your might. Because shrimp's pretty gentle, really might yank.
Wow. They are really strong, aren't they?
Oh, they kind of have to be if you think about it, just to hold that head up.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of muscle in that neck, and when they fight, they swing their head like a club. So they're pretty tough individuals.
It's funny because you think of them as really gentle. Well, I do, because I
They
don't
have
really
different
know. But
personalities.
the truth is they're very strong.
Some are gentler than others.
Do you get to know all their different personalities?
Yeah,
do you
definitely.
Do you like that?
Yeah, that's what's made me fall in love with them, like getting to know their personalities and building up that trust bond.
And do they take time to get to know you as well?
Definitely. Some more than others. So Rhea and shrimp have taken some time because they're not that food orientated originally and weren't that fussed with people contact. Whereas we've had the likes of Rudy and Zulu in the past who are the opposite. They were like anybody's giraffe, really gentle, really friendly. Whereas these 2 have taken a lot more time. But then when you build that trust, it's extra special.
I bet. Yeah, because you've really earned it. Yeah. Sorry, I haven't got anything else.
So you've got some spring greens, like you don't have to hold on to, just literally post it in his mouth and he'll take it with his tongue and pull it in. You've got some parsley, and then the stage 3 is the pellet. So that's like flat your hand.
So stage 1 was a big branch that they seem to like the leaves better than... They're basically only taking the leaves, aren't they?
When it's hung up, they do sometimes strip all the bark and everything, particularly in spring. It's nice sort of fresh shoots and they do like it better. Now it's sort of starting to turn. It's not as tasty, so they're just picking off the tasty bits.
A little bit more fussy.
Yeah.
And that felt a bit like a tug of war at times.
Yes.
Where I was kind of, I'm holding on to it, he's pulling, and we're like, who's going to win? But obviously I want them to win. I don't want to eat. And then this is stage 2.
Yeah, the
and
spring
this is greens
greens
like we would eat in
Yeah,
a roast.
you could eat spring greens, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
not a fan
going to eat
myself,
it, but yeah.
And parsley is the other sort of easy one to feed out.
Okay, so I do cook this sometimes with bangers and mash.
Nice.
So I can now tell my kids that they're eating the same food as a giraffe. Would they eat sausages? Would they eat anything? No, okay. I mean, I haven't got any with me, but okay.
Strictly vegetarian. Even vegetarian sausages, like they wouldn't find that in the wild, so that would really upset the stomach.
Okay, so it's
Very
only
much.
things that...
Yeah, leafy greens.
This feels a little bit more scary because his face is going to come
You've got them
closer.
both
I've
now
never
as well.
been so close.
He's like, yeah, I will.
So do I just put it out and let it go as he takes
Yeah, he'll
it?
literally grab it with his tongue
Okay.
and he'll pull it into his mouth. Oh, he's really
it's
gentle.
really gentle.
Yeah, he's really gentle. He's a good boy.
Oh, I touched his tongue. I've not got any sausages for you. It feels really tickly, like stubble. I didn't expect that. And I
Yeah, they
expect
do have a
that-
stubbly chin.
Yeah, they do. They have really stubbly chins. Wow. Can't feel the teeth at all, which is great. The
they don't
tongue is
actually
really warm.
They don't have top front teeth. They've got a hard palate, like a goat or a cow. So they've got bottom front teeth that they could scrape with, but you'll be very unlucky if you get that. And you probably got your fingers in their mouth. And
Yeah.
and they've got lots of molars at the back to grind down.
It's breathing on me. Wow. I'm really glad that I'm doing this again because I actually fed a donkey when I was about 5 or 6 and I think I got a bit scared. I think it kind of went wrong in the sense that I was like, oh, I don't know how to keep my hand flat and I don't. So it's really nice to do this again and also just to go, actually, it's fine. I'm just keeping my hand flat and I'm getting out of the way when it's, I don't want it to slobber on me. But it feels really lovely. It kind of reminds me of being a kid. There's something really peaceful about it as well, isn't there? Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Just that one.
Yeah. Is that what makes you love animals? The fact that it's such a kind of simple,
Yeah, I think we just sort of have a
relationship.
mutual understanding. Like if you can read their body language and understand what they're trying to tell you, and like vice versa, they learn your body language and the cues for the cooperative care that we do. It just makes it like really special.
Yeah, so then it's a two-way thing.
Yeah.
Do you see kids come here who've never really seen animals close up before?
Yeah, we get people from all over. So you will get people from cities like London, and they haven't. I mean, they've got London Zoo.
But it's not the same as this, because I just don't think you get...
I don't think you get as close in other zoos.
And you get a sense here of community that I don't think you don't get in.
They're the only giraffe in Wales.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yes, I'd heard that.
After I fed the giraffes, I then went to meet Dan, not you, Dan, another Dan, who did look slightly like you, but it's not you, who introduced me to the rhinos.
This is our lovely rhino house here. So here at the park, we're home to 3 eastern black rhino. So we've got our lovely boy in Cozy, who lives in our big bedroom over there. In that far corner, staring at us ominously, is Dakima. And then over here is Manyara, so our 2 females.
Have you got a favourite one?
You're not allowed favourites.
Okay.
Especially when they're within earshot. That'd be too rude.
Of course.
They're like children.
I can have
They're
one
all
though,
different.
can't I?
You could definitely have a favourite if you want to.
Amazing. Their faces are so full of personality in a way that I've never really
They all have their
realised.
own different attitudes and personalities. Ninkosi, he's a lovely boy most of the time. He's a little bit of a teenage boy, shall we say. He doesn't like to keep his room nice and tidy, and he does like to sleep for a lot of the day as well. So I always start our experiences with him because he's normally the one that's least likely to come over.
Okay.
So we get disappointment over and done with first. But today he's nice and happy and nice and waiting for us. So what we've got is these nice long carrot sticks, so it's really nice and easy to offer it up to his face. And you see he'll take it really nice and sweetly and just take it nice and crunchy.
Okay. Is it a bit like the giraffes? Shall I just hold it out?
Just hold it out and he'll take it nice and happy.
Oh my god. Okay, sorry. So how many should we give him?
Oh, you can keep feeding him as you like. I will
Okay.
keep a close eye on the bucket to make sure that everybody gets their fair share, because that's the
okay.
important thing.
Oh my gosh, that noise. So is that noise his mouth
That's just him
opening?
opening his mouth, yeah, that's all it is. So he's got a nice amount of saliva in there to keep him nice and happy.
Kind of like an alien in a good way.
It is a little bit alien-esque, you can see that.
I've been thinking about what it's like to come back to like feeding animals because I haven't done it since I was a child and I've only fed a donkey. And we're quite interested in this side of it that...
This isn't so much a job, it's definitely a vocation.
Yeah.
We are here because of our passion for the animals. So I think what's so lovely about this job, and I do sometimes take it for granted, is I get to interact with our lovely rhinos on a weekly basis, to which most people, this is something they could maybe do once a year or once every couple of years. As well as that, it's always different. Every single day is different. These animals are different. They're such lovely creatures, but every day you work with them, there's something new to see as a challenge, an obstacle that you've got to overcome, something that's shifted that means you've got to change other stuff. And it's constantly developing and evolving as well. So I've been a zookeeper for almost 8 years now. And from the first year of being a zookeeper to now, it's such a different world, both in the animals I care for, where I am, but also in our knowledge and understanding of them.
Information is progressing in terms of how animals behave and what they need.
Exactly. We're constantly learning more and more and more. And everything that we learn, we want to make sure that we can implement, because when it comes to caring for these animals, our quality of work is their quality of life. So it's really important to make sure that we're doing everything we can to keep these guys as happy and as comfortable as possible.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing for us.
I didn't realise, actually, I've been there before, but I've not really seen the extent of the animals they've got there. So they've got, like, lions, penguins, rhinos, giraffes.
What have you been looking at then?
They've got birds. Well, there's a massive fun fair. And I seem to remember it's like before all the animals. So I went there when my daughter was about 3 or 4. And of course she wants to go on the merry-go-round. She doesn't want to venture any further than that. She just sees the bright lights. So I don't think I fully appreciated the scale of it. And I ended up going, I'm going to come here for a whole week on my own and look at everything. I got really excited when I saw the amount of animals. But I really loved it. I thought, because we've got cats, but I've never really been alongside animals that big.
It's not the same, is it?
Not really the same. No.
Kitty cat down on the floor for it.
They're dumpy.
Yeah, they're quite dumpy cats.
Yeah, cats are dumpier
Hairy
than
and dumpy.
rhinos. Yeah. And I got to go on the merry-go-round. And they also got, and I didn't get to play this, but I will next time, whether they like it or not, a 90-year-old Wurlitzer organ that still plays. So it's been open since the 80s. It's a family-run business. But they've got all this kind of vintage stuff. The fun fair's vintage and the organs.
Like a steam fair.
Yes, that kind of vibe. So it's very cool.
The famous 5 were planning their next adventure with Great Western Railway. I fancy a trip to the seaside, said Anne. We could go paddleboarding in Penzance, said George. How about exploring Pembroke Castle, said Julian. Oh, don't forget the pirate festivals, said Dick. You know the best way to get to them? It's GWR. There's more to explore with Great Western Railway. Adventures start here.
We finished the day at Hub, didn't we?
Yes,
Hub.
we did. It was a microbrewery and sort of like 5 restaurants, a food court.
We were in Narberth, which is also the place Ellis and I went for our honeymoon last year, and it is great.
Gorgeous there. I
gorgeous.
didn't go for my honeymoon there, but I noticed how attractive a place it was, and I can see why you did go there. Did you stay at a hotel there?
Yeah, we stayed at the Grove, which was very lovely, and we just potted around the antique shops and went for lunch, and it's a very friendly, lovely place especially if you like knickknacks, you can while away the hours just pottering about. Yeah, it's lovely. But yeah, in the food hall, there was Thai food. There was lots of big variety of stuff, and all run by Chris, who enjoyed the hospitality of.
I'm Chris, and I am one of the 3 directors of Hub. We are a food hall and tap room in Narberth in southwest Pembrokeshire. A big part of what Rob, James and myself wanted to create with Hub was, as you may have guessed from the name, a social hub. And that is what pubs have serviced people for a long, long time, but we were so lucky to have a building this size, so we wanted to populate it with sort of cuisine that spans the globe, so to speak, but really have a social, welcoming and safe atmosphere for people. Sadly, a vast percentage of pubs are still tied to big breweries, or sort of conglomerates that mean they don't have the freedom to choose what they put on their lines. And the reason we figured it would work so well here is quite simply there's just not that many things yet in southwest Wales that have 18 tap lines and give not necessarily always local, but always independent, always small breweries a chance to shine. I think it absolutely typifies the independent spirit, certainly in southwest Wales at the moment. There seems like a really vibrant scene where people have got the opportunity to sort of fulfill any pipe dreams they might have had. And okay, as with anywhere, some work and some, sadly don't always make it, but it feels like there's a much higher percentage of people able to make their livelihoods from pursuing a passion project. I've lived in some pretty big towns earlier in my life, and the number of independents compared to large chains is completely flip reversed down in southwest Wales, and I think that's one of the things that attracts so many people down here is on any one high street you can have 20 different completely different styled boutiques, and it really crosses the whole gamut. It's a really, really vibrant place for independent creatives, and I really think that that's something that we've tried to fulfill ourselves as well. We wanted to do something unique, and to the best of our knowledge, there is absolutely nothing like us west of Swansea.
Okay, Here we are.
Here we are, back
Hub.
at, where are we now?
Narberth.
No, but what's the name of this place?
Hub.
Hug.
Hub.
Hub.
No, not hub.
Hub.
Hub. Hub.
Hub.
Hub, which means hub.
Hub, but from Derbyshire it's
hub, and in Wales it's hub.
Hub.
Yeah.
I shall kick off with what I did.
Yeah, I want to know.
We were in St David's at Sian's sort of campsite and farm, and it's just above this. It's on a peninsula, on the bay with this incredible rugged coastline. And we chatted, we had a good old chat, and she told me why she did it and how they all got together to do it. And she told me exactly what to expect when I went into the sea.
So were you wearing a wetsuit or just trunks?
No, it's like just trunks and swimming suits.
And were they in swimsuits?
Yeah.
Because I always picture it to be, I don't really like the water, I don't really like the beach.
Yeah.
I imagine it to be like spending hundreds of pounds on wetsuits and like special tents to get changed in, and
it's basic stuff. It's like literally walk down with a bag and a towel, and then get your gear on. And when you take your clothes off, when you got your trunks on, you're like, then you start to go, oh no, this is cold. This is autumn. I'm standing here with my shorts and no shoes on, cold on the beach. And then you sort of go, oh, I'm going to go in the sea now. And then you start walking towards it. But you have to commit to it. You have to go. There's no like, oh, maybe not. You have to just go for it. Everybody's going, oh my God. But then I just remember what she said to me. She said, your brain's going to say, don't do this. And you have to just override it or accept it. Yeah, so you wander into the sea, and the sea starts to rise further up your legs. And it hits your legs, you go, that's not too bad. And then it gets a little higher up on the top of your legs, you go, that's not too bad. And then when it gets to the vitals, and then just above your waist, then it's like, whoa, like that.
And were you like screaming?
I was making a noise, yeah. I was going, whoa, like that.
Why did I do this podcast?
And then she said, at some point you have to submerge. You have to just go for it, and then you just go boof, into the water like that, and then it hits you, and then it takes you, and you're there swimming, and you go, oh my God, this is freezing cold. And your breath is literally being taken away, just going, but you're in the water, there's nothing you can do, you have to just go with it.
Would you do it again?
Yeah, I would.
Would you?
I would do it tomorrow.
Are you going to be one of those people who, because my friend Josie, wherever she goes, she knows, when we were in Copenhagen, she was like, on the way to our flight, I'm going to go wild swimming.
Yeah.
And just did it, and then just dried herself off and put her clothes on and got on an aeroplane.
I can imagine it. Because it is all you need is 2 minutes in the water, and it really, I can imagine it's very addicting. I loved it.
I'm so pleased.
Yeah.
Well, I've got 4 things here. I've got a rhino, a giraffe, not full size. I didn't steal them from the zoo, and 2 animal experience certificates.
Stuffed animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuffed animals, yes. Not taxidermy. Stuffed toys. And I got them because I did these. I fed each of these things. So I fed the giraffes first with the woman, lovely zookeeper, 2 zookeepers. First one was called Pippa Jolly, which is such a great name.
Because the farm's called Folly Farm, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Pippa Jolly.
Yeah, if she ever takes it over, she can call it Jolly
Folly
Farm.
Jolly.
Yes, Folly Jolly Farm.
Jolly Folly Farm, yeah.
Maybe everyone who works there's surnames have to rhyme with
Yeah,
Folly.
I would imagine so.
So Dan
Wally
was the rhino.
Yeah.
The rhino keeper.
Wrangler, yeah.
But yeah, Pippa was lovely. She was so passionate about the animals. I was quite nervous. It was a really weird feeling. Like I thought, I didn't know if I was going to get to feed a lion, and we didn't in the end, and I was really pleased that we didn't actually. I was quite apprehensive once I saw the giraffes, because they're so much taller than, and the drool that comes out of their mouths, and if you're beneath them, it's like you're being rained on by these strings of drool.
Lovely.
Yeah, so I suppose I got a bit wet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but they were cool, and I could see how she was saying they have different personalities, and she really loved the giraffes. Like, she really loved them. Mm-hmm. Then I met Dan, and he was the rhino person. And he told me an awful lot about rhinos. He knows a lot about rhinos.
Mm-hmm. Did you remember any of it?
Yes.
Oh.
They haven't got teeth at the front. They've only got them at the back. They've got this long thing on the front of their. So obviously they've got horns. No, this long thing begins with H. They have got horns, but their front lip is like really pointy and big, like a beak, which I don't think you necessarily think of if you think of a rhino. And I said, "What's the name of this?" And he said, "A lip," because it hasn't got a different name. It's just their lips.
Lip.
Yeah. LIP. So we did carrots with them, and that was a bit more like one of them was a bit more tentative. The giraffes were more straightforward. They just came and got their food, and the rhinos were a bit more. You had to they really had different personalities, and they're a bit more complex, I'd say. It's so weird the noise they make when they open their mouths. It's so weird. It's like the squelching, you know, in Alien, the noise that something makes when it opens, that's got lots of liquid inside it and it isn't really meant to open. That's the noise their mouth makes. I could not believe. I kept laughing at this sound. It was like
like a vacuum or a suction vacuum. Yeah, right.
Exactly like that.
God.
It's like something that hadn't been open for 100 years.
Yeah.
So that was
delightful.
It was different. We've had quite a day, haven't we?
Yeah. I think we had a good day.
I'm not giving you any of my certificates or my toys, I'm afraid, but you've got a virtual medal.
I didn't get anything. I just know that I did it.
You did it. You can do it again.
To tell.
Yeah.
And I will do it again. Hopefully I've got a lasting legacy.
Did you have a good time in Pembrokeshire?
I love Pembrokeshire. I loved it. Loved wild swimming. Loved having a look round. Loved the hub. It was brilliant. What about you?
I loved it. I loved it too. I mean, I've spent time there before, but I always love going there. There's such a sense of feeling welcome there, and the locals are just great. And they often know a lot about the history of where they live and the kind of landscape and stuff. So it's always really interesting to chat to them.
Very connected to the place, aren't they? The locals. They're very proud of it. Yeah, I'd go again. I would go again tomorrow. How about that?
Okay, well, you can. I've got you a one-way ticket. No, haven't we? Need to record the rest of the episode. This has been Great Escapes with me, Izzy Suttie.
And me, Dan Skinner. It was produced and edited by Adam Stoner with help from Rebecca Small. Richard Ellicott was our videographer. Check us out on Instagram to see me wild swimming with Sian and the rest of the Bluetits. I'm at Epithemu1.
I'm at Izzy Suttie, where you'll see me feeding rhino and giraffe. Links to everything you might need, including the Bluetits, Folly Farm and Hub, are in the show notes.
Don't forget to rate, review and follow the podcast wherever you're listening to it so you never miss an episode.
And next time, we're heading deep into the Forest of Dean. I'm meeting Pottery's answer to Vivienne Westwood to try my hand at ceramic painting with Mary Rose Young.
And I'm heading deep underground to find out more about the mysterious pigment that's been mined here for centuries.
Are you sure you're doing that, Dan, or is it just a pigment of your imagination?
That's excellent. No, I'm actually doing it, so it's not a pigment of my imagination. Bye-bye.
Bye.